Chamber Snake proudly presents True Life Hunting Adventures.
Hey, welcome to this week's episode. This week we're going to be joining Tommy here in Ohio on an episode we're going to call Redemption. So stay tuned, you don't want to miss this adventure.
He said, boy, you got some big old shoes to fill. Kick back a few shots of the jar when you want to. Never leave a good friend astray. These guns I'm passing down Sunday ain't toys.
Oh my God.
Some big old shoes to fill. I've been working like a dog out in them fields. Kick back a few shots of the jar when you want to. Never take it too far. Never leave a good friend astray. You gotta mean what you say, a good firm handshake. These guns I'm passing out Sunday ain't toys. A few rolls for a southern boy. You got some big old shoes to fill.
I just shot the biggest buck of my life.
Hey, welcome back from the break. Well, Tommy, why don't you tell them a little bit why we're calling this the Redemption Hunt?
Well, this is the first sit on this particular farm. I let it go all year. I knew it was set up great with corn being there, and the corn was still up. It was the only cornfield on the block, so I knew there'd be deer around. Well, going in, I was barely up in the tree, just got my camera set up, and I turned and looked, and here comes this 9-pointer, and he's a nice little buck, come right underneath of me, you know, within 10 yards of me, and I was watching him, and it wasn't, you know, another 15 minutes later, this deer comes through, and the big one, and it was, I didn't know if I had the camera on him or not. I took the shot and thought I smoked him. I called my dad, told him I shot him, and I waited a good 25 minutes, got down, went over, checked, there was hair, no blood. So I thought I grazed him. You know, I'm all down in the dumps, get back up in the tree, and sat there and, you know, felt sorry for myself. Sat there the whole day, never showed himself again, and come back the next day and check out what happens.
Hey, well, stay tuned after the break. We're going to catch back up with Tommy and see if he can get this buck on the ground.
Chamber Snake, your next generation of gun safety. Offered in the most popular calibers of shotgun, rifle, and handgun. Chambersnake, your gun guardian. Crimson Talon broadheads. Massive hemorrhaging and unmistakable blood trails.
Crimson Talon did its job though. There's blood all over that arrow.
Crimson Talon broadheads. A storm is coming. First Class Trophy Ranch. Your next destination to that trophy of a lifetime.
Matt.
I just shot the biggest buck of my life. I just shot the biggest buck of my life. I shot him in the throat though. I had to shoot him in the neck. Oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Was that not amazing? Oh my God. He was chasing 3 does. That was tough, dude. Oh my God. I don't even know if I got... I don't even know if I got the shot. I don't know. I'm just like... I just shot it. I've worked so hard. Oh, I sat 11 hours in the stand yesterday. That was crazy. He looked right up at me. I had to shoot. There's nothing I could do. He was at like 10 yards. Oh my God, I don't know what to do, man. I just gotta take it easy, calm down, and figure this out. But that's a giant. And stay tuned. I gotta call some people. Alrighty. It's been now about 20 minutes since I've shot him. I'm waiting on Steve to get here. Been trying to get a hold of my dad. He won't answer the phone. He's going to pick up my boys at school. Thank God I got him to help me. He tagged out here a couple weeks ago with a really nice buck, and he's been helping me out by going to get my boys in the afternoon until my wife gets home and let me spend a lot of time in a tree. I spent a lot of time in a tree this year, probably the most I have ever in my life. I sat probably almost 15 sits without seeing a deer this year. I wasn't seeing them. after a couple of giants, but you know, I knew this farm here was had a great layout with corn up there, and I knew nobody would mess with it. So I let it go. I let it go until, you know, up until what, 2 days ago, and I come in here and I got set up, and I didn't even have my camera set up, and I think this deer, I don't know if it's a different one, but I think it's this one. He come running through at 3 o'clock, and I shaved him at 40 yards. I don't know what, I must have hit a limb or something, or he turned just as I shot, something crazy. But so then the next morning, I seen him yesterday morning. I sat 11 hours in his tree stand and just couldn't get on him. Well, then this morning I seen him flashing through chasing does. Well, I sat till 10:30 and had to go home and make a couple business calls for work. Got back out here at 1:30, and I knew I was pushing it because they're moving early right now and all day. And I got up in the tree, you know, and I'm just sitting there daydreaming a little bit, looking off on this. They like this high rise over here. You can see that high rise right there. I shot a real nice 10-pointer out of there about 5 years ago on a windy day like today. You know, there's 40-mile-an-hour winds, but I'm on the north side of the woods and tucked out of the wind, so I knew they would be in here. You know, I'm moving around a little bit in the tree, but not bad. You know, not enough to be scared too much. And I hope I got him, man. I hope I got him. The only shot I had, I stopped him, and he looked right up at me at 10 yards. So I've never stopped a deer. I usually just wait for him to stop, but I got nervous because he's chasing those does. I didn't want him to just keep running. So I stopped him, and he just so happened to stop right behind a tree. You know, my luck. And he looked out behind the tree, and the only shot I had was right in his throat. And I drove it right into his throat, and he took off up the hill, and I filmed him there walking. It looked like he was hurting pretty good, so I'm gonna leave him go at least another 45 minutes and take my time. I seen the blood pouring out of him, so oh my god, this is probably the biggest buck I've ever shot with my bow. This is the hardest I've ever worked, man. Hard work pays off. A lot of studying, a lot of days of not seeing anything, and people ask me during gun season why I walk so much. I average walking 15 to 16 miles a day during gun season. The reason I walk so much is so I can scout for trees and trails and look where the rub lines were. You know, I don't hunt just one farm. I hunt close to, I don't know, 25 farms, probably 8 or 10 core farms, but I help a lot of people too, so I try and keep that all in the back of my head to help people. And that's the thing, man. You never stop learning, and you never stop you know, scouting. You know, I messed up I think 4 times this year on big bucks, and it just didn't work out. I just kept having bad shots. You know, they just a 60-yard shot, and then last week I was within 27 yards of a really big buck in a grass field, and I missed him. I don't know how I missed him, and then I went and shot my bow, and it was at 15 yards, 6 inches to the left. So that'll let you know why you missed, because at 27 yards I was over a foot to the left. So it is what it is. You got to overcome the adversity and just keep pushing forward, man. You know, there's days where I wanted to quit, but then I felt terrible if I would have quit. You know, I'm not a quitter. That's one thing that has been instilled in me since day one, and I'm trying to instill into my little boys, is never give up. And I hope to God he's here, man. Everything aligned just perfect. It's amazing. You strike out so many times, and then all of a sudden he just comes running in like that. It is amazing.
Well, here we are. We're in the
Giants here. Getting ready to meet up with Tommy. He just smoked a giant, so stay with us. We're gonna meet up with him. Me and Artie's gonna head up here and meet with Tommy, and hopefully we get our hands on this beast, so stay with us. He done dropped stuff. Man. No denying what a Crimson Talon does to him.
Yeah, he was ready.
No, look, dude. He went off right there.
I know, but he said it. That was the deer I just seen run. Yeah. That was the deer I just seen run. Oh, really? There's blood right there. He jumped off. I seen 3 deer run. So I don't know. He definitely laid down there. Look at all this. Does he go that way?
Well, stay tuned after the break. We're going to catch back up with Tommy and get our hands on this buck.
The founding principle of Lucky Duck was simple. Help hunters fool their prey. The spinning wing duck decoy, our first product, brought customer service, better built products, and duck meat all to the table. 25 years later, that core mission still rings true. Whether it's our legendary carver Dave Constantine, Rick Paulette's industry-leading animal sounds, or the world champion hunters that use them, one thing is for sure, we are the masters of deception.
Country. It's not a place you visit, a station on the radio, or even a state of mind. It's who you are. It finds its roots in your connection with the land and the animals that live there. You go the extra mile, and always give back more than you take. You put family first and sow seeds for the next generation to reap. You get up before dawn to see the world more clearly. That's country. Mossy Oak Breakup Country.
If you use your trail cam as a hunting tool for catching shots of the wildlife on your property or for security, you need Buck Finder. You don't have to look through hundreds of useless pictures anymore. Buck Finder can sort and search them for you automatically. It will even separate the bucks from the does. Now you can just click on the shots you want to see and skip the rest. Forget organizing SD cards and wasting time on the computer. Subscribe today at thebuckfinder.com.
You got him? Heck yeah.
Oh my God.
What a giant, dude.
He's been dead like a while, man.
Yeah.
He died right away.
Yeah, he probably laid down right away.
Hey, it's well deserved, dude. I mean,
man.
all the work we've been putting in this year, and then all the flubs that you've had.
Look at the size of the hooks on that sucker.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's all the shot you got, buddy.
He looked right up at me, man.
Crimson Talon smoked another one this year.
Oh, that's a hog, man.
Beautiful.
God.
What is he, a 10?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little kickers starting. He ain't got no stickers no more, bud. He got a hole right here.
Yeah, plus hole.
Plus,
Yeah. He probably got gored from fighting.
yeah.
Is my arrow still in? Where'd my arrow go? He might be laying on it.
Don't take the pole now. We're gonna get him out here in the open and get some good look at him. Well, Tommy, like I said, me and your dad have been telling you, persistence always pays off, and we keep putting in the work, and look at that.
Hard work pays off, man.
That's probably the biggest deer I mean, since I've known you, that I've ever seen you kill. I mean, this is a stud of a 10-point. I mean,
By far, man.
Your dad, he dropped a big giant 8. I mean, that's probably the biggest neck I've ever seen on a deer that your dad has killed. And I mean, all of us have put in a stellar year. I mean, we're putting them on the ground. And
it's what happens when you work hard, man. It pays off. You know, persistence. I've screwed up, 4 times this year.
Yeah, and then this is the reward.
I just kept going.
Every time you call me, I keep telling you, I'll just keep at it. You kept getting down. I told you to keep at it. Like this morning, you called me, I'm getting down. Oh, there's a 9-pointer.
Yeah.
And I told you to get back up there.
I had to go make a business call. I mean, the thing is, man, I got to at least do a little work. So.
Well, all I can say is probably nobody more prouder but your dad and me of you and all the stuff you done. And now we got the kids this weekend. And
yeah, I can't wait.
Then gun season coming in. I mean, this has been an awesome, stellar year. So let's get this big boy packed up and
yeah, buddy.
Let's get him out. Hey, this week's tip from the field. I want to talk to you a little bit about Crimson Talon broadheads. Well, the first one that ever come out for Crimson Talon broadhead was the G2. That's what really put them on the market. The G2 is a spiral bladed broadhead. It has 6 blades actually. It's got 3 small bleeder blades and 3 larger blades. You know, they offer them in 100 grain. You know, this is what really put them on the map. Then they come out with the G2 Hyperspeed. This is my favorite broadhead of all that I've shot. You know, I've killed, I don't know how many animals with it. Large blood trails. I mean, as soon as impact, I mean, it's cutting on edge impact. And this also has the 6 blade effect. It's got 3 small bleeder blades, 3 larger blades. Then new this year, they come out with this new one they call the Outlaw. You know, the Outlaw is a smaller version, just a 3 blade, and it's a fixed blade broadhead. And I mean, it's super flies accurate. I mean, there's no tuning. You know, we've had no tuning issues with our bows at all when we're using these Crimson Talon broadheads. You know, and they didn't leave out you guys that like shooting mechanicals. They come out with this 100 grain broadhead here they call the Bone Crusher. And I mean, this thing is something else. It's, I mean, if you can see it, the chisel point on this thing is, I mean, it's cut on edge, you know, it's cutting on contact as soon as it hits. You know, and they didn't leave out your crossbow guys. They come out with the Bone Crusher X. And this is a solid machine steel ferrule. I mean, this thing is 175 grains, and I mean, this thing flies like a field point. Like I said, there's no tuning issues with these things. I mean, we sighted them in, they fly like rockets. So, you know, if you're in the market for your next broadhead, make sure you check out Crimson Talon broadheads or go to corecut.com and order you some. You won't be disappointed.
Crimson Talon broadheads. Massive hemorrhaging and unmistakable blood trails.
Crimson Talon did its job, though. There's blood all over that arrow.
Crimson Talon broadheads. A storm is coming.
Well, Tommy, I don't know what to say about this hunt. Glad I got to experience with you and your dad, and you know, look on all of our faces when we walked up on this deer. It was like, oh my God, I mean, this is an absolute giant. And you know, the reason why we called this the redemption buck is we got to taking pictures of him and stuff and messing with him, rolling around there. You actually did hit this deer. You hit him high in the rump, and it actually traveled completely through his body, come out, and I think it was right in front of his front shoulder there. And unbelievable that that deer showed back up, you know, and chasing does again. I mean, it just goes to show you, you know, when they're in the rut and they're hot and heavy and they're after these does, what, you know, nothing matters to them but that. So, you know, congratulations again. And, you know, I can't say enough about this buck.
Yeah, he's the biggest buck I've ever shot with a bow, and you know, I'm tickled to death with this deer. It happened so fast. It wasn't a deer. I had no pictures, no history with him. I just knew that farm, you know, holds big deer, and
patience and persistence pays off. With that first day shooting at him, normally I'd leave and wouldn't go back for a few days because I figured he wouldn't be there. But he stayed right there. I actually watched him fight a deer that was bigger bodied than him right at daylight, and I watched him beat him. And it was crazy to watch that. That corn really held him, and it paid off. In a sense, you get lucky, but yet, patience and perseverance pays off. Just to be in that position, it really worked out for me.
Well, thanks for tuning in this week. Make sure you tune in next week for another great adventure.
And I've been around town, ain't much to see. Bunch of young buck weeks in the skinny ass jeans. DAC up on the 6x9s, got one spare tire and the rest showing why I creep by backfire smoking. Yeah, I remember Uncle Buck. Yeah, I'm that guy. See, y'all stuck in the box with the same old name brand folks, man, y'all lame-o. Let me hit the whiskey, few toasts, and I'll show y'all something about the redneck tango. Put you on the payroll, stacking albums, just split through the book if you start to doubt. I'm been sitting around the finish line trophy.
Tune in every week and follow us on social media so you can stay up to date with our latest adventures.